You can see him in SyFy's Van Helsing. Bzhaun Rhoden joins us in the studio.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yay, let the buzz begin. We are here. Hi, AfterBuzzers. You are watching Mini Spotlight, where we spotlight rising stars in film, music, TV, everything. I'm your host, Amy Cassandra, and you guys can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra TV, and I am joined by Bzhaun Rhoden. Hi.
Hey.
Welcome. I'm so glad you came over here from Canada.
Yeah.
Like he came over here just for us, guys. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but I'm gonna say that. So okay, you have a lot going on, but first, let's talk about your first project.
Ooh, so that would have to be Van Helsing. Yeah, quite a doozy of a first project.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first professional thing that I had ever booked, and I gotta say I'm grateful. Yeah. 3 solid episodes of working with that cast, and it was best experience I've ever had. Best experience.
How'd you get it?
How did I get it? I mean, besides the obvious of auditioning, it was you know, watching the show, getting a vibe for how everyone else was acting, a lot of preparation, just like taping myself over and over again and just like watching it over and over again and just working on little things like, that doesn't work. I gotta say my heart was pounding during that audition. Pounding. Yeah.
So where were you when you got the call saying, yo, dude, you got it? Oh my God.
I was actually on my bed playing video games, and I kind of knew I got it. It was like at that point where, like, I mean,
hey, that's good. Be confident.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good text to get. It was an awesome text to get.
It was a text?
Yeah, from my agent. Just like, hey, by the way, you got it. And I was just like, yes. Yeah.
Okay, bigger question. What game were you playing?
Ooh, Dark Souls 3.
Okay.
Yeah, the real gamers will know that one.
I mean, I know there's Overwatch, Zelda. Yeah. I prefer Super Meat Boy.
Super Meat Boy?
Guys, seriously, if you haven't played it, it's amazing. Super Meat. Go look it up. What console do you have? Like
PS4.
PS4.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's there, but if it is, definitely try.
Super Meat Boy. I'm gonna have to look this up.
It's really good. It's a little piece of like raw meat, and it's a little boy, and you have to get him from place to place, and sometimes he has a girlfriend, and then you like save her. I'm not making this up.
I'm going home and I'm playing this immediately.
Oh my gosh. And then let me know what you think of it.
Absolutely.
Okay, post on social media, go onto your Insta stories, all that, and be like, oh my God, this is the best game ever, because it is. It is.
Can I come back and just talk about that?
Yeah, for sure. We'll
You'll
talk
see
about
me again.
Super Meat Boy, guys. It's not sponsored, don't worry, but like, it's so good. Okay, speaking of other things that are good, you're also working on something else.
Well, I guess worked. Dragged Across Concrete?
Yes.
That was the next thing that I got, and that was the first time I worked on a feature film. Yeah, so it was a lot of first times for this year. Yeah,
that's so cool.
A lot of first times, and it was my first time meeting famous people: Vince Vaughn, Mel Gibson.
Those are pretty big ones.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Vince Vaughn is literally very big.
Really?
Yeah, he's huge. He's like 6'4" or something like that.
He's a giant.
Yeah, looking up to him, I was like, what the hell? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're still growing. So what did you say when you first met them?
I didn't really say much.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't want to be that guy that's like all over the famous people, so I was just kind of like, what up? Just kind of like off to the side, just like, hey, oh what? I can get a picture? Cool.
Yeah, gotta play it cool.
You really do.
Yeah.
They're smothered all day by people, right?
I know.
I was just sort of like, you know what? I don't even care that much, but like I really do.
Yeah, I'd be like, you're inside, you're just freaking out, but you gotta. Just like, I mean, when you go to auditions, you also can't show that you're super nervous.
No, definitely not. You know, they gotta know that you got it under control and that you're figuring things out. Yeah.
Now, okay, so are you living currently in Vancouver and then just commuting back?
Yeah.
Okay, so then how did you get your start in this field?
Well, to be honest, my agent just discovered me on a casting workbook. I don't know if you know that site. It's basically like you go on there and you put up all your resumes and stuff like that, and then you can look for jobs on your own. Anyone can view your profile, etc., etc. And she just found me while I was living in Toronto.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, and so she was like, oh, you look great, I want to meet you, and I'm like, sweet. And then I went over there and I'm like, you guys are great too. So it was pretty cool.
And look at where you are now.
I know, I was in Toronto, Vancouver. Yeah.
Wow. So what's your ultimate goal? Like 10, 15
You know
years
what?
down?
My ultimate goal used to just be to be on like a television show. Like that was good for me, to like be a lead on a television show. But like now that I'm here and I'm like experiencing so much more, I guess like my mind is sort of like, well, why should I stop there, sort of thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so now I'm kind of thinking like, well, what about films? You know, what about films? And recently there was this thing online that I saw of Jennifer Lawrence. She hosted something.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, are we talking about Jimmy Kimmel?
Yes,
thing?
yes.
Yeah.
And it looked like a blast. I didn't watch it, but it looked like amazing. And I'm watching it, I'm thinking, well, maybe a TV show host too. Like, you never know. Like, I don't know. My mind is just kind of all over the place. Like, you never know, right?
I mean, I could see why that sounds amazing because that's what I want to do too. Hey, yeah. I mean, and just getting to talk to people, learn their stories, have fun.
Lots of fun.
Yeah. I know all the games. Did you watch the whole interview?
No. I just caught glimpses of laughter from,
Right.
and I was like, what really spawned it was the fact that, you know, Jennifer Lawrence is like this film actor, and now she's doing this, and it was just like, you could do, like, if you
work really hard and are passionate about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could really do whatever.
I'm not gonna say that she was better than Jimmy Kimmel, but like, she was really good.
You should have seen all of the tweets like, oh, she could have her own show. I'm totally behind her having her own show. And I'm watching this and I'm like, maybe I want my own show.
Right?
Yeah, you never
know. What would
know.
you call it?
Ooh. Chocolate Love.
Oh my gosh.
I have no idea why.
Yeah.
That just came
if it happens, save this and then air it on your first show, and then I'll be on there.
Oh, 100%.
I'm your first guest. Hi.
100%.
We just made it happen. That's awesome.
Done.
Wow. Okay, so speaking of goals, who would be like your ultimate, like, oh my god, it'd be so cool to work with them?
Like when I look at that person, their goals, I'm very consistent with this. Idris Elba. Yeah. Goals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's such a boss. He's a man. He's awesome. And here's the thing, I'll never be him, which is fine.
What?
Because I'm me. But
true. Yes, I like that.
you know, I look at this guy and I'm just sort of like, that's if I could just be like, if I could just play a character like Stringer Bell, if I could just be on something like Luther, you know what I mean? Like those shows are like, what? Yeah. He's incredible. He's incredible.
I just feel so inspired right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what do you do with your time where you're not flying and working and auditioning?
You know what? I spend my time serving people spaghetti at the spaghetti factory. Yes.
That is a magical place.
Yeah, it is. It is. Everyone loves it. Lineups out the door. It's crazy.
Do you get a discount? Do you get to eat there?
Yeah. You get a discount. Yeah.
Hey, so if you want some spaghetti,
you know who to call.
Yeah. What, in Vancouver?
Yeah, in Vancouver, in Gastown, in Vancouver. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, who first opened up your eyes to this world? Was it like, oh yeah, when I grew up, I want to do this, or?
You know what? No one.
No?
Yeah, I wanted to be an actor since I was 7, and to be honest, I couldn't tell you why.
It just.
It's like, yeah, I want to do this, and then didn't really start doing it until I was in high school, and then I went out to my first audition. My heart was pounding, but yeah.
What was the role for?
It was I forget the role, but it was for the play Rosencrantz Guildenstern.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. The school didn't even have the budget to do the entire play, so we did like a couple acts, and then it was like, all right, thanks.
That's nice though.
Yeah, you know, it was a good first time.
Yeah, because it gave you the first like outlet of holy moly, I do really want to do this.
Right. That actually wasn't the I really want to do this. That came later, like end of high school when I started doing improv. Yeah, I started doing that.
Yeah, you posted about that on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is that? Like,
what is improv?
No, like what is that like for you?
Well, when I was doing it actively, like at the end of high school, it was amazing. It was like, we had this thing called the Canadian Improv Games. So we were actually like, it was all the high schools from like all over Canada. It was like a competition.
Ah, that's so cool.
Yeah. So it was actually incredible because every Thursday, it was every Thursday.
Oh, today's a Thursday.
Right?
Hey.
I think that means something.
Yeah.
But we'd get together with the team and we'd just go over the different categories and whatnot, like character, life, and we would just work on our improv muscle. And it was after that, competing in the finals in Ottawa, that I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this. Yeah. Yeah.
So then you most recently, you did stand-up or you did improv, or what exactly?
No, most recently I haven't done stand-up. That post that you're talking about is an aspiration to do stand-up comedy, because improv, it's like, it's less scary because there's a team. You know, if the scene is trash, there's like 7 of you and you're going down. Whereas like stand-up, it's like, if you're trash, it's just you, and it's
you're
like
just standing up there like,
and I'm
sorry.
Like I'm writing, and I'm like, okay, this is awesome. I'm gonna try this material, and it's just a matter of getting on the stage.
Dude,
it's just, right?
But if you already have it, that's the hard part, no?
I think the hard part is getting over the fear of
what?
Silence.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And then you're like trying to get out of it, and you're like, ooh, all right, so anyway, my next joke, and it's like, I know.
See, if you did a show here in LA, we could reach out to everyone and invite them, see? And you would have us supporting you.
Oh, no, that's a thought. Right? I figured I'd start local, go to some comedy clubs around Vancouver, try my hand.
Okay, you can do that too.
I mean,
you
it's
want
a safer
us to
approach.
fly over there? We can do that.
If I'm worth it. If
yes,
I'm worth it.
You are worth it.
Done. L'Oreal.
There, we've made plans already. You're gonna have a talk show, and you're gonna do stand-up comedy. We're gonna go see
I'm
it.
being films, leading
This
a
is
television
amazing.
show.
Wow,
Yep.
that's great. Well, if you want everyone to go and follow you and watch your stand-up in the future in Canada, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram. Now listen, NEDOHRB. Boom.
That's nice.
Nedorb.
Well, we'll talk about that later. That's an interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We can put that on your Instagram stories. That's Mini Spotlight After Hours. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm your host, Amy Cassandra, and you guys can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra TV. Have a great rest of your day. See you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.